Okay, I got it. Got it. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, you guys will have to tell me if that mic is working. Oh my god, look at my hair. I've got Carlisle right here. So I'm listening for him. I can hear with these, by the way. I don't have the audio going too loud here, but I can see that. It is late. I'm finally eating something. Sarah is off to the gym for an hour or two. It's gonna take them 30 minutes to get there. And then they're gonna work out for about 45 and then shower in 30 minutes back. So yeah, it takes time. I have the candle going. I have the monitor so I can keep an eye on Carlisle because he is sleeping. And my little setup, so you guys can kind of see a little bit of sneak peek of the setup. You guys will have to tell me what you think. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. But I have my candle going. I've got my iced tea here. But yeah, this took me forever. And this isn't even done yet, by the way. So, Chris. Hi, Chris. This took me forever. And I still have a bunch more that I didn't even finish putting up. I have other ones that are going to go up on here because I don't want any white space showing, right? So I'm going to finish covering like all the white space. So I've got more that are going to also go on this side. So I've got the first 6 Harry Potters here, the last 2 right here. I've got these guys here. There's a couple more behind me. So like Nightmare Before Christmas, Titanic, The Terminator, John Wick, all the all the really good movie posters that I absolutely love. I have those up on the wall. So, and this got cold while I was trying to put everything together, but I don't even care at this point. It's not the best stuff, but I was craving it. It's Chef Boyardee. Don't ask why, because I have no idea why I wanted this, but I did, and it's actually satisfying. But I needed to eat something. I was starting to feel really nauseous. But you guys, I'm going to watch The Fall of the House of Usher. That's going to be the first videos that go up. So here's the thing. I tried several times over this week, to try to put up The Revenant. It kept getting rejected. And then to top it all off, every time I would do a listen back to fix what they were talking about, I couldn't get rid of the noise they were talking about. And it was really obnoxious. I could not figure out for the life of me what the noise was. Then I did another sit down recording to test out like what was happening. And it was because my microphone wasn't fully plugged all the way in. So it was plugged in enough on the digital DSLR camera, on the digital, it's what D means, the DSLR. I was using the big Rode mic and stuff on there. And it was just enough in that it was picking up what I was talking about, like what I was saying. But it was also had this loud screeching noise in there. The funny part was when I sat and did the first set of editing, that noise wasn't noticeable. And the more and more I toyed with the edit to adjust the audio of the movie and stuff like that, the worse and worse that sound kept getting during the upload process. And so during the upload process, when I started listening to the clip they sent back, I was like, oh my God, what is that? So I went back into the file and was trying to figure out what the noise was. I couldn't figure out what the noise was until I put everything, took everything audio-wise out from the movie, and I realized it was the microphone. But I totally missed my mouth when I did that. So anyway, that movie I had to scrap it. Couldn't get I could not adjust the mic sound because that was my bad. And I can't rewatch it to do a reaction when that was the whole point of the movie, was a reaction movie or video. So seeing as I already watched it and it was fresh in my mind, there was not going to be any genuine like surprise moments or anything like that. So it wouldn't have been a good recording. So earlier today, I sat at the computer, put the computer away, did my screen grab of the first episode of The Fall of the House of Usher. I have not watched it, just did a full screen grab. And now I'm going to sit down and watch it. And I'm kind of excited to see it because I've been waiting to watch it with Sarah, but it never seems to line up that we get to sit down and do it. So it's just going to be me. And little one, Carlisle's been having a really rough go the last couple of days. He's been super, super cranky for a couple reasons. One is, of course, he's getting those last set of teeth in. And two, he's growing and learning so fast. I'm going to take these off my head because I don't want to listen to that noise anymore. But we'll set this like right here. You guys can still hear me okay, hopefully. That really did a number on my hair. Try to keep my hair this way because I don't want it going into my food. So, ow, 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 ow. Yes, I'm wearing a hoodie and stuff because it's freezing in here. Because Carlisle is a dang Eskimo and he likes it cold. So this baby likes the house to be freezing. Yes, I've got my leg up on the chair because it's comfortable. I'm like curled up in this chair. This chair, I feel like a midget in this chair because this chair feels so big to me. It's not actually very big, but for me, it's big. All right, let's put these right here. That way I can put the microphone like that. That should work, right? There we go. Now I can just sit comfortably. He is so restless. His bedroom is above me. So he's like right here. His crib and stuff. So it's so windy outside right now. And I keep hearing the thing out back right here clacking. And then of course I've got Toby right here next to me. But this poor baby though, he's been just so cranky. But he ate finally really good today. Like just before bed, he finally ate really good. He hasn't been eating. Like he's not been wanting to eat the last couple of days, like just little nibbles here and there. But I think most of that has to do with his mouth hurts. So that is so creepy. I was like, what is that extra sound? It's from the headphones. You guys can't hear it, but I have a thing that my headphones do. And it's nice, but like I didn't want to listen to it right now. But anyway, I figured I'd hang out with you guys for a little bit. Sarah's not going to be back for a while. So I figured I'd hang out with you guys while I eat my grub. And then I can sit back, record this video. Hopefully without waking the baby up. Because I don't know what to expect in this one. I do know it's the same maker. Mike Flanagan or something like that. He's the same guy who wrote, whatever. The Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass, and The Midnight Club. He's done all 4 of those. And I liked all of them but the Midnight Club. That one was just not, and there's 2 people that were in that one that are in these other ones, but the rest of them have been pretty much all the same characters. But yeah, the Midnight Club wasn't really my jam. But the young lady that plays in it, she's freaking awesome. Because she was in that one and then in Midnight Mass. And so I really, really like her. And I think I saw a clip, somebody else was watching The Fall of the House of Usher. And there was a clip. And it was still framed because I didn't want to see the clip. I didn't watch it. There's a still frame, and that young lady is in in one of the episodes. I don't know which episode, but she's in one of the episodes. So I was like, okay, so she's going to be there too. So that's going to be really cool because I really like her. Sammy, hi. Where's him? What is that going? Super windy outside, but someone over here snoring. It'll be nice once we get like one of the things I have to do is I got to figure out a way to put down carpet that he's not going to destroy. If anybody has any tips on that, I'd love to know, because I can't figure out how to get him to stop. The minute we're not looking, the second someone's not paying attention, he immediately starts ripping the throw rugs, like the carpets that we have down, because this place is all tile. He starts shredding the corners. So I don't know what to do. Like, we're not going to always be right there. I'm sorry, Sammy. That's really sad. I'm sorry, sweetheart. So yeah, I'll be happy if we can figure out if we're gonna get like a house with like an actual house, like buy it. Like, this is a house, like, not get me wrong, but somebody else owns this. There's been a few of them that are online right now that I've been looking at that I really, really like. But like, here's my thing, guys. I know that Sarah wants to stay here only for when she decides to have another little human, because the doctor that she had for her pregnancy with Carlisle was just the absolute most amazing doctor. Sorry to hear about that, Sammy. That's sad. Like, I'm really sorry that happened. So when she's ready to try again, she wants to be near the same fertility specialist plus, OBGYN doctor that really helped her through that whole process. And so, because she would be going that same route again when she's ready. She's not right now, but when she's ready. So we've been talking about, do we go ahead and buy and stay here, or do we just rent still and look at like purchasing somewhere else once she's done, because like she said, she only wants to have one more child. Not yet, but she does want one more, and that's it. And so she wants to be able to give Bubby a sibling. But the problem we have about being out here, one is the 120-degree heat. It's just murderous. Like, it's so hot here during the summertime. You also can't grow anything here unless it's indoors. And the only thing I can think of, like I told her, would be if we bought a property here, I would have to build an enclosed, like indoor greenhouse. So it would be a completely separate building, temperature controlled, to where we'd have the temperature being regulated. And then we would have to have, like, I don't know, having the whole roof area, like the whole side. It would have to be a greenhouse style, but with temperature control, if that makes any sense. Because having it exposed to the sunlight, which is what a lot of plants need, is direct sunlight with a lot of things that we want to grow. Having that direct sunlight is going to warm the greenhouse, but we would need something to keep the greenhouse temperature down while still getting access to sun. But also, if we tried to do like indoor growing with like the light bulbs, the UV lights, the electric bill from that alone is god awful. And then to have the electric bill for those plus keeping the building cool enough out there that we wouldn't run into all the other issues, it's just going to be it'll be a mess, put it that way. And we want to be able to grow our own garden. So I don't know how we would make that work out here. It would be an absolute challenge nonetheless, but not exactly sure how to make that work. Sorry, I'm just like eating my bowl of food in front of you guys, but I was starving. So I'm sorry about that. So, anywho, so this boy, he's but he will be leaving to go to training. I'm thinking while he's away, because he's going to be gone from December, mid-December. So he's not going to be here for Christmas. So if anybody was wondering, he won't be here for Christmas. He's going to be leaving just a couple days before Christmas, which I'm kind of sad about because it was going to be like his first Christmas. So I'm like debating whether or not I bump his thing to January. The only thing is he's going to have his neuter at end of January. And so I'm just like, they'll be taking him for that because it's already scheduled. And I don't know how that's going to interfere with his training. Or do we wait even just a little bit longer until after his neuter and send him first week of like the first week, like this between the first and the third, because that's when the next sessions start. Would be February 3rd. Whether or not we have him take him up on the 1st to get him acclimated before he starts his training, and just bump him to February. And then that way he can be here for his first Christmas, have his neuter, and recover from his neuter before going. So I don't know yet. I know the sooner he starts his training, the better. But I also know, like, if he leaves, we're going to miss his first Christmas, which is a bummer if we send him before. And then he will have his neuter done, but he'll already be 4 weeks into his 6-week one-on-one. And so I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to talk with the vet because he has a vet appointment coming up. So I'm going to talk with the vet and see what the recommendation is and whether or not we should just wait for him to leave for schooling until he's had his neuter done. And then that way he is completely done, covered, whatnot. Because I think that would probably be the smartest. The other thing is I have got to take him to somebody who knows what they're doing groomer wise. He needs a like deep cleansing, as well as he does need his hair cut. It is starting to get to the point where there's little spots that are starting to get matted. Even though I'm brushing him, he enjoys the brushing, by the way. He does get a bit crazy, but he loves it. There's spots that are just really prone because they're super curly spots that just keep getting more and more tangled. When he sleeps, he rolls around. He loves to roll around out in the dirt. It's just becoming like he's got to get a haircut. And now it's all back all over his face again. His beard is even longer now. Oh, I'm sorry, hun. So that's going to happen. And then now I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch this and start editing. I'm not going to edit it tonight. I am going to get it recorded tonight. And then tomorrow I will sit down and edit through because I want to make sure that this whole thing's going to record correctly. Because I sat here dorking with this earlier, and I'll tell you what. This thing right here, I had to turn this thing down in the actual system that it was, because otherwise it was picking up every single tiny little noise around you. It was so loud. So I sat there dorking with this for forever. I was going to try to use the other microphone. And as I sat down to try to use the other microphone, the sound that it kept picking up and the quality of the sound, I don't know why it sounds like that. That is a really expensive microphone. And I was super irritated that my really good microphone has this weird ocean's noise behind it. Almost like it's got air blowing through the microphone. I don't know what's causing that. I don't know, maybe if it's like a bad connection or what, but that is an expensive microphone. And then I couldn't even get my condenser mic to work. It kept saying that it was a headphone. So it kept trying to play sound out of it instead of picking up sound and taking sound in. So I don't know why my $100 and something condenser mic, like professional condenser mic, will not pick up sound. Just skip. So yeah, I was like, what is happening? My hair is definitely getting longer. So I need to decide what I'm going to do with this hair of mine. It's getting on my last nerve. And then I put headphones on and I look bald. But yeah, I do have hair back here. It's like this has been a long day. I keep looking on him. It is so cold in here, you guys. Like, everybody's going to think I'm crazy, but it's like 72 degrees in here. I'm freezing. But everybody's going to be like, 72? That's warm. No, I'm freezing. I really enjoy it when it's like 77 to like 78 for me anyway. Sarah likes it right at about 65. She's cool about that. Or 75, 65, 75. Carlisle enjoys it being like 72 degrees in here. 72 to 70, like, is his little happy window. So it is 72 degrees in the house right now. And I'm miserable. One, he sleeps, of course, in his bed with just his sleep sack on. And his sleep sack is sleeveless because if you try to put him in the sleeved ones, he flips out. He doesn't like it. He wants the cold air touching him. So, so he's sound asleep right now in a sleep sack in his bed. Poor little boy. So anyway, I'm going to get off here with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get this episode recorded, and we shall see how it goes. So you guys are awesome and fantastic, and I'll talk to you later.